Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Professional Services Committee meeting for ALCOSAN. Today is May 9th, 2023. We will begin with the roll call. Ms. Prater.
Representative Kincaid.
Here.
Dr. Tharp Gilliam.
Present.
Sylvia Wilson.
Here. All right, thank you so much. We're going to move on to information items, and we have one today, the wet weather plant expansion. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, thank you. We're going to wastewater treatment plant shoot before this.
You noticed I didn't even try it.
That's what we're here for. That's why it's a team effort. And because there's so much construction going on, it doesn't take much for people to recognize that construction management services are extremely important right now and have been for some time, will continue to be for some time into the future. We are rapidly approaching the end of the first phase of the current construction manager's contract. And we wanted to provide some background information on the service before we bring the renewal to the board. The Director of Engineering and Construction will be happy to walk you through what that service looks like. Take it away, Kim.
Thank you, Arletta. Hello, everybody. Yes, as Arletta said, we have are about to quickly finish the first 5 years of the service authorization for the plant expansion construction management team. We originally awarded that back in 2018. And that was a time when we were still in the design phase of some of our biggest projects, which obviously it's both design and construction have ramped up considerably in the last 5 years. The CM, when we first start into the design of a project, we lean on them to do design reviews from the point of view of construction, from biddability and constructability. Those comments taken during the design phase can save us quite a bit of money when they're mitigated before we get to construction. For our larger, more complex projects, they host a VE session, a value engineering session. So we've had those on multiple projects and will continue to do so. Of course, they provide resident inspection, and another critical item, especially in this climate, is our project schedule. So they update the project schedule for the whole plant expansion and also individually for projects, and look at the contractors through the heads and incorporate all of these comments. So with that being said, we're in the process of negotiating the next, the option, 5-year option, which we knew was part of it. We knew that this was a more than a 5-year plant expansion program. We have completed 2 of the smaller projects, the flow meters at the main pump station, and then our temporary hypochlorite storage and feed system. So those are done. We've got 5 that are in construction right now that you hear about all the time: the north end, the RAS, return activated sludge, electrical distribution, the East Headworks, and the CSO bypass. And then we have 4 that the construction is still in front of us. So though we've had a lot of work done, we've got a lot left to do, and we are meeting with them regularly to just make sure we have the right scope and schedule and staffing appropriately lined up for the next 5 years. So that's it. And if I would be happy to take any questions, if anybody had any of them about our construction management.
Things are rolling along the way we've been waiting for so long. All right, there's no questions or comments, so we're going to move right into action items. We have 2 today. The first item is to approve the following shortlist for the ALCOSAN retained engineer. We have Arcadis, Gannett Fleming, Greenman, Peterson, Inc., and Hatch. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, the retained, the retained consultant provides an important service primarily support service to the authority. The Director of Engineering and Construction, once again, will speak to it. Kim?
Thank you. So we put out the RFQ, the request for construction for the retained engineer back in March. And we got 4 submittals on April 21st. And the interesting nuance of the retained engineer is that they work across divisions. So they support almost all of our divisions here at ALCOSAN in one way or another to maintain compliance with the agencies, and then sometimes to supplement some engineering tasks that we don't have the capacity for, like structural engineering, if we need calculations run of that type of thing. So we last went out for retained engineer, I believe it was 2018. And so it's time to put this out again. The 4 teams, Arcadis, Gannett, GPI, and Hatch are well qualified, and we really recommend that all 4 of them be sent the RFP and have the opportunity to go to the next process in the procurement. If anybody has any questions about that, I'd be happy to take them.
No, these are people we work with all the time, so great to see what happens after they get their information in. All right, but at this time, I do need a motion and a second to approve moving on with this.
I will second, because I officially made it onto the Zoom.
And it has been so moved.
Okay, thank you. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, motion is carried. It's approved. Item B is a motion to recommend the awarding of the mechanical technical training program to the Community College of Allegheny County for an amount not to exceed $110,000. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, our all of our apprenticeship program it's a significant opportunity for the workforce to have career path development, to be able to support our needs in-house. It is also an excellent vehicle for, I guess the best way to put it is long-term enhancement of the kingdom. That's the best way. And it's not my kingdom, it's Douglas's kingdom. If the Director of Operations and Maintenance would speak to this kingdom enhancement, we'd appreciate it. Douglas.
Oh, well stated, Ms. Williams. Madam Chair, fellow committee members, so this training program is a little bit unique. As Arletta indicated, we do have an apprentice program in-house that provides for the development of employees that we have that would like to seek a craft. There are various craft positions. This is the one craft position that there is not a commercially available training program that already exists through some third party provider that we can just go and seek out. So for the past many years, we're on about a 4-year cycle where we bring in and select a third-party provider to provide those training services that are unique for this craft. It's a combination of a variety of crafts. For this solicitation, at the end of last year, we sent out an RFQ. We came to the committee at the end of last year with a recommendation for a short list for 3 firms. We sent out an RFP to those 3 firms. Unfortunately, only 2 of the 3 responded with proposals. We were familiar with both, one being the incumbent provider and the other being the Community College of Allegheny County, who already provides services for some of our crafts. The committee reviewed the proposals. The 2 firms that submitted also came in and provided demonstrations of their capabilities of what the coursework would look like should they be selected to provide the services to the committee. And the committee felt the Community College of Allegheny County was best positioned to provide those services for us for this round. That means that come this fall, they would provide 18 months worth of training on a periodic basis for our 4 craftsmen to get them to the journeyman level. The fee that they submitted, $110,000, is slightly less than fees that we paid previously. Some of that is attributable to us bringing more of our own standard curriculum and them using our curriculum as well as our training aids. So we're getting to the point that going forward, we will be hiring just instructors and trainers on our curriculum as opposed to curriculums that they would normally provide. So with that, I would be glad to answer any questions you may have, but ultimately would seek your approval for this request and answer any questions you have.
I have no questions. I just think it's one of the things to commend the ALCOSAN's management for always providing some ways for employees to move up internally and not having to go somewhere else, but and to improve their, I guess I could say, improve their lot while they're there. It's something of great value, and I do believe that most employees there, if that's what they wish, they take advantage of it. So that's a huge plus for employees there.
Thank you.
Our other board members, do we have any comments or questions?
No, I
If
think
not-
it's a great idea, and glad to see that we have a solid partner. So. And thank you for the material that you all sent over so I could actually read it and get a deeper sense of it. Thank you.
All right, then at this time, okay, I could use a motion and a second, so we
So
can.
moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. These 2 items will be presented to the full board next Thursday in our early May board meeting. I know there is no new business at this time, so unless anybody has any questions, we're just going to move to adjournment. All right, I'm not hearing anything, so thank you. Thank you, staff, for providing us with this information today, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
committee.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Enjoy some of the day if you can.